This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Today we're going to be talking about games that completely surprised me this year. Games that I wasn't expecting to come out, but just caught me off guard when I either took a look at them or brought them in from Miniature Market. Games that I just wasn't expecting to be as good as they are. And boy, what a year that we had. I mean, we did a video a few days ago, maybe about a week ago, about the games that were horribly disappointing over the last couple of years. And it's hard to do a video like that. But when you get a chance to do a video like this is something that kind of, when you play some of that stuff and then you say, okay, something, it's time to kind of stop doing the channel. It's time to walk away from all this stuff. Then you play stuff like this and then you find that, oh my God, how much you love board games, because, you have these developers that just bring the best out of things and things that just catch you by surprise. So they're in no order, but I'm going to go over and just talk about some of these and just tell you how I feel about them. And we have our top games of the year coming up in a couple of weeks. So we'll be talking a lot about maybe some of these that are actually in here and see where they end up ranking. So without further ado, let's start with Cyberpunk Combat Zone. This game was sent to me by the company, and I was completely surprised at the quality, the gameplay. I love how it's color coded, and it just does so many things right, and it does it fantastically. This is just a game, a complete game, and I like miniature games. Maybe when you get older, you kind of don't have time to set up these grandiose battlefields, but you want to be able to play something, do something in a couple hours, and be done with it, and be able to clean it up pretty cleanly. That's what Cyberpunk Combat Zone does. The terrain is perfect. The battlefield, how the scenarios work, just a great game. Next is, these next two actually are from a fantastic designer. And I just recently discovered a lot of his stuff and how much it moves me. So when you talk about Stonemaier Games and the great stuff that they put out, they've just come out with a couple of games that are just fantastic. Expeditions is a tremendous follow-up to Scythe. I really like how it plays, all the smart things that it does, how well you go on these missions, these quests, and then the way the AI plays against you, where they're just making it tougher for you to get victory points. And really, it's just one of those games that you can play by yourself and have a great experience, but also have with others and just have this wonderful, complete different experience in a way. But in the end, a great visual, a great game with fantastic rule book, easy to learn. Another game from this very same company is Apiary, which has just recently come out. Bees in Space. What more could you want? A work replacement in space with bees, and it's very unique. It's something different, and Jamie has an eye that very few people have. He has this just very uniqueness, kindness, passion that very few people in this business have. And this is why these two games just completely blew me out of the water. Another game that I absolutely was surprised at, and I saw it at Miniature Market and I brought it in, was Beano. Bingo is one of those games that can easily become this cult underground tournament type of game. It is soccer, but it is a flick type of thing, and it is a very unique game, and it's just so much fun because trying to master it is almost impossible. And you'll have these shots, and you go, "Oh yeah, I can put that in there with a flick." No, you always somehow catch those posts somehow. A lot of this stuff that I'm talking about here, go check out my videos for. Okay, if you're looking to find out what they are, write down the name, go check out the videos, because I'd rather do that than throw a picture up in the corner here. And the reason for that is I want you to get a feel for these games. And this is a reason for you to go out and get these tremendous experiences, because I really feel that these games that have caught me surprised, a guy that has played thousands and thousands and thousands of games, and yet still have that excitement when you discover something that is different, unique, and just plain fun. Staying on the sports theme, which we will for the next 2 games here, Ignacy and Portal games have always created great things, but I wasn't expecting much out of 11, and boy was I surprised, and boy was I completely blown away. 11 is probably the best sports manager game I have ever played in my life. I play Football Manager on my PlayStation. Matter of fact, they just came out with 24, and I really enjoy that because I love the little aspects of developing my club. This does it, and you do all these things, and you build up to game day, and then you try to win and win your league, and improve your money situation, handle your players. There's so much going on with this, and you can play international, you can play Champions League, you can play just a plain English league, Spanish, anything you want to do. And how they came up with this brilliant game is beyond me, because this is just a tremendous experience where you can play with others. But I think it really shines on the solo aspect of you just concentrating on your club and trying to build the best possible club there is. And what a fantastic job it does. This is just one of those games that I highly suggest if you are a football fan. Dexterity games, I love dexterity games. There's no doubt about it. And when I came across Table Golf Association, I've always loved golf games. I love playing them on my computer. I love playing them here on my tabletop. I have, matter of fact, right behind me. Oh no, I moved it. AP. Oh God, what the heck do they call it? AP. I don't want to call it the wrong thing, but it is a golf game. It's very unique. It's a lot of slowdown. There's a lot of, it's very tedious at times, but I still enjoy it. But when they came out with Table Golf Association, a flick game where you can just set up in mere minutes, you could set up a different golf course and play a different hole. Now, they've come out with so many different things, and the uniqueness is the wood tiles, how they play. If you land in a sand bunker, you're going to have to use another hand. So it's a dexterity game, but it is a golf game through and through. It feels like golf. The theme is there. And I did a tournament with the Tiger, and it was one of the most fun things I did this year. And I absolutely love this game. It is a game that I highly suggest that if you go over to the Table Golf Association or Miniature Market, go pick yourself up a copy of this, because this is a home run, folks. And it's one of those games that I just think it's great on a party setting. but it is also fantastic in the aspect that you could play it with a serious tone to it. So you know it has all these different variances that just make it very, very, very special. Another game that I absolutely was blown away by this year, and this was recent, was I had gotten a little small package in the mail, and everybody knows what a huge mark I am for Chip Theory games. But when they come out with something and it's small and you go, oh, okay, this is a little card game. This will be all right, you know? And I love card games, but you don't expect much out of it. And then you play this thing and you go, whoa, why didn't somebody think of this before? And they just set the bar, the theme, the imagination, the creativity out of one of the greatest companies out there today, which if you're playing their stuff, you are getting a tremendous feel for who they are, what they are, and how they do things. And there are very few companies that are as good as Chip Theory games because they get it. Another game that I was totally blown away by is I've never been a fan of the Red Dragon Inn. It is a beer pretzel card game, and I don't have friends here that come over and play those type of games, and I can sit here and go, oh yeah, you know, and have a good time and have a little silliness and this, that, and the other. But when they came out with Tales of the Red Dragon Inn, a unique little dungeon crawl, and I tried this, there is such a balance and such a uniqueness to it that I was completely blown away by this. Now, I played another game that they had, a card game, and I thought it was fantastic. You know, when I talk about the Red Dragon Inn, I talk about the party game aspect. They had another game where you went down and you fought things, and I really liked that. That's why I wanted to check this out. And boy, am I glad I did, because what a surprise on how much fun it is. The beauty of the miniatures. There's not a lot of miniatures. All you do is do the heroes. The villains are acrylic standees, which is such a nice balance, because you can paint up your crew and say, okay, you know, I'm behind these because I put my time into these guys. And then, you know, you have the acrylic standees, which just are beautiful. I'm really a fan of acrylic standees. I almost as much as miniatures, because number one, it's something you don't have to paint. Number two, they do give you that theme. They're beautiful. They're done very well. And they're more cost effective in some instances. And I think it makes it easier for that person that doesn't paint. So this game hits on so many different levels. And it's fun, a little bit of whimsical, but there is a deep strategy in there, and it's just fantastic. Next game we're going to talk about is Arceus. I always butcher that word. But, and I'm going to spell it in case you want to go take a look at my video on it. Arkeis. What can I say about this unique archaeological dungeon crawl? You know, when I think of those type of things, I think of Secrets of the Lost Tomb, and what a fantastic game that is. But this is right up there. The thing I really enjoy about it, again, you have your heroes, which you can paint up. You build an emotional connection to them because you've painted them. You put the time into them. You're excited to paint them. So now you have an emotional investment into your hero characters. Everything else, piece of cake, folks, because it is, really easy to paint up some of the stuff, and you're off and running. And the uniqueness is that inside the box, the dungeon's already there, and they all kind of put together. So you're not going hex by hex, you're going room by room. And it's easy to learn. impossible to master, of course. There is a beautiful story with it. It's easy enough to play with anybody, and it just hits it out of the park, and that's what we're ultimately looking for. And it does a great job of doing that, and does it so well, so fantastically. It is something I highly, highly suggest. And then finally, late in the year here, Piracle, Gathering Darkness. I had seen something about this. I knew nothing about it. I wrote the company, asked if I can get a copy to review, and I have never looked back. This is a unique dungeon crawl RPG. I'm not a big guy with doing things through a tablet, but there is such a perfect balance in this, and how it just gives you from the app, which isn't an app, it's actually, you go to their website and they're constantly adding new material. This fantastic RPG that you are playing, and it just comes with so much. It's so beautiful. It's so fantastic. It's one of those games that I'm considering for Game of the Year. I'm really looking at a lot of different things, and this was just a very unique and fantastic year that I don't think I'll ever forget. It's kept me in the game till at least the end of December, and I'm excited, and it's the kind of way that you want to end the year with great games, and we're doing it. It's been a year that all through the year there has been nothing but great and fantastic and unique experiences that have just really threw logs on a dying flame, and it's something that has meant a lot to me, and I've had so much fun experiencing it. So these are some of the surprises. If you have a chance, go check these out. Go pick these up. You won't be disappointed. Where do some of these fall in my games of the year? I'm telling you, I'm going to do my top 23 of 23. That'll be in a couple weeks. And I'm really working on this because this is a very hard list, because there were so many fantastic games that came out from so many different companies that you have to consider how great things have been, and what a fantastic year. So, my dear friends, I hope you enjoyed this list, and until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.